We are longtime friends turned lovers, here for all things love, dating, and relationships. Lovers Watch is a podcast where we explore how the love and relationships we observe on screens influence the love and relationships we experience in our own lives.
From romance sitcoms to reality dating shows, we're mining through the mess to bring you the gems and help make sense of this crazy little thing called love. So, whether you watch these shows or not, if you love love, you're in the right place.
Hello and welcome to Lovers Watch.
Hi, I'm your host Sam, and beside me is my little sweet potato pie.
Hi, I'm your co-host Giovanna.
And today we are talking about Love is Blind, Season 9, Episode 1. So for those of you who have not seen Love is Blind, a quick little rundown. Love is Blind is a reality TV show, a reality dating TV show, where we have various men and women coming together for about 10 days without ever seeing each other, trying to find a husband or a wife. They can see each other after they propose and get engaged. And the couples have about 4 weeks to decide if they actually like each other enough to actually get married.
They rarely do.
Yes.
Let's just get nasty with it. What gems did you mind from this episode?
So from this episode, what I really got from it was this just felt like a commercial of sorts for very traditional America. Very like blue-blooded America, red, white, and blue, husband, wife, child, dog.
401k.
Yeah, just very much traditional. It really felt like Netflix just came together and edited this to say, hey, we know what time it is and we're here for it, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, it felt like Netflix did a partnership with America's marketing team, and the PR is supposed to line up.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Anyway, what gems did you mind from this episode?
Performative gender roles are back, baby.
With a vengeance.
Traditional gender roles, the women and the men are both very much falling into provider, protector, nurturer roles. And it's crazy how basically it feels like Netflix is telling us what we're supposed to aspire to.
Yeah, like this is the goalpost. Like, yeah.
Definitely. Okay. Before we get into it, we like to start off the show with a hot take. Sam, baby, what's your hot take?
So, my hot take is, if you aren't naturally blonde, you can't call yourself a blonde and then have a complex about how like men treat you like a vapid disposable eye candy. Like you made a choice,
right?
Basically.
Right. How are you gonna appropriate blonde oppression and complain that nobody's taking you seriously when you literally go in for a touch up every 4 to 6 weeks? That's crazy. And also, like, girl, what is blonde oppression? You're too hot. You have too much fun.
I'm just a little blonde.
I don't know, bro. I mean,
hard.
it's I understand it's difficult. Blonde lives matter.
Yeah. See, yeah. So it's I don't know. Anyway, what is your hot take, baby?
Nothing will motivate you to learn a language like your loins. I call it mojo motivation. If you're trying to sex somebody down and y'all don't speak the same language, I promise you will learn everything you need to know to communicate your desires and your urges to this person, to get them, to trap them. It's literally why I speak Spanish. Like, people assume that it's because, I'm Cuban on my mom's side of the family. No, it has nothing to do with that. When I was 15, we went to the Dominican Republic on a family vacation. But when I tell you, as soon as I touched down, I look left, I look right. I gotta
learn some Spanish, boy. I gotta.
The most delicious, delectable, beautiful people were everywhere, and I was like, oh, pues yo sí tengo que hablar español para tirar. Si yo voy a tirar, if I'm gonna be out here making sweet, sweet love.
At 15. Horny ass little devil. Just like, oh man, I'm 15. I'm just feeling things.
Okay, but here I am fluent. I recommend that if you're really trying to learn a language, you go immerse yourself in the culture and find...
Immerse yourself.
Deeply. find the people that motivate your loins, and I promise you will learn so fast.
Okay.
It's my hot take.
That's less of a hot take and just more just sound advice, if you ask me.
It's both.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Should we get into the appetizer? The little
snack,
num 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 of our
let's
episode?
Let's get into it. Yeah.
Okay, great. What were some of the things that stood out to you?
So for me, if you've seen the show before, the pacing just felt really off.
Season?
For this first episode, it felt really, really rushed. Usually we have the first episode where people are kind of dating a little bit, getting together, and then maybe episode 2, you see some engagements or whatever. But like midway through this episode, we were seeing a whole engagement.
Yeah, we have Antonini, which is Ali and Anton.
Antonini.
Ali and Anton are basically in love from like the first moment we see them. Yeah. And like you see a proposal by the end of this episode. I need to say,
what?
This man looks like Gil from Finding Nemo. If you put glasses on Gil, that's Anton.
That's very rude.
Am I wrong? Where's the lie? Is it a lie?
You're not wrong, but you're not right. So another thing that I thought was very hilarious for this episode, there's 2 people, man and woman, Patrick and Anna. Anna, right? Yeah, Anna. It's funny to me how they really bonded over their shared experience from coming from different countries, like both being like, immigrants or children of immigrants, speaking 2 languages, and like having like cultural practices from like, different Asian countries. But both of them throughout their entire lives have like very intentionally dated just white people.
Exclusively white people. Yeah. Like both of them saying that. And it was funny how they're like kind of sussing each other out, being like, like, and who do you typically date ethnicity wise?
Yeah, what about race wise?
White men.
What about you? Yeah, I typically date white.
It was interesting. He at least said like, I'm open to all races.
He said that.
She didn't say that shit.
What's crazy to me is that she said that I don't know how long she was there, but she said she like was born in New York of all places. And to me, again, don't know how long she was there for because she moved, other places. If you're in New York City, and you only date white people,
that's a choice.
That is a choice.
We don't know how old she was.
We don't.
But yeah, this is clearly a choice. Like it seems like she has very little interest in dating a Chinese man specifically, but an Asian man more generally.
In general, yeah, or anyone for that matter,
Yeah, which is a trope. Like it is literally.
It's a little.
But it's also like there's so much truth to it. How often do you see an Asian woman specifically with a white man?
All the time?
Every time.
Not every time, but yes.
Almost.
I mean, statistically speaking, it is the highest like interracial pairing, basically. Wow. Yeah. It's up there.
Okay, so would you rather have Okay. You could start off with $1 million right now in your pocket. Cash, money. Or get $1,000 every time you see an interracial couple with an Asian woman and a white man. Every time.
Just 1,000?
Just 1,000. But that's going to add up. I guess you won't see $1 million.
Yeah, that's going to be a while. Now, give me $5,000.
$5,000 every time.
$5,000 every time.
An Asian woman with a white man. $5,000? Yeah, you gonna hit $1 million quick.
I feel like I just go out to like California.
You don't even have to go to California.
Campus. No,
on our college campuses.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. The Millie sounds nice, but I think I'll get a little high every single time. I just like walk by someone
and you get like ka-ching.
Yeah, I'll take the $5,000 every time I see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think I would do the same. We'd be filthy rich.
Or at least like every day I'm just like walking by someone and I'm like, woohoo!
Filthy rich. You'd be heel clicking in the streets every time you saw the couple.
If I'm alive for 30 more years.
I'd forgotten about how silly this show is, right? And how basically somebody's falling in love when they start pacing the room, doing laps.
Yeah.
catching the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like
doing some high knees and stuff. Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if I was in the pods and a nigga sounded real horizontal the whole time we talking, like I know that he's not for me. It doesn't matter what words he's saying.
Are you laying down right now?
Yeah, are you laying down? Are you relaxed? Are you that unpressed, unbothered that you can't even pace and do a lap or two?
Wasn't there one guy in the season like doing push-ups while
there
she was
was
talking?
a man doing push-ups.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
what I'm saying. I just need some energy. I need you to be motivated enough to want to get up.
I got to hear your heart rate increasing a little bit.
That you need to sound winded when you talking to me because you're so in love you can't even control what your feet got you doing. I need to hear you panting.
Okay. I mean, fair. Very fair. Another one for me was Jordan. It was very, very strange to me.
This is Jordan. Let me just make sure that Jordan is the one who be eating the chicken breast, lemon mio, protein smoothie. Just eat the chicken.
I have, how many bones in the human body? Like 200 plus. I have every single bone to pick with this man for blending. First of all, blending up chicken breast.
Boiled. You know it's boiled.
Boiled chicken. No salt. Just boiled chicken breast.
And he probably using the same chicken water.
See, of course, he's efficient. He's getting his macros. And then on top of that abomination, squirting some lemon
We will never ever move on from this. Wait, okay. So if that's what he's eating, what's he feeding his little boy? 'Cause he's made his whole identity around being the single parent.
Honestly, what he's probably doing is he's probably getting those like so just some frozen chicken
Some
nuggets.
Tyson chicken nuggets.
Yep, and the boy's like, "Oh my god, I get chicken nuggets! Oh my god!"
For breakfast.
He fries them up; they're all crunchy and shit. And then he just like looks his boy in the face and just plop right in the blender.
And then he give him some cotton candy meal for the little kiddo experience.
It's fucking wild.
Yeah.
A wild man. Anyway, it was really weird to me how he kept bringing out like just like a box of pictures of his child.
And not in the privacy of his room.
No, he would like be like, "Oh, good morning, guys. So here's my son, and I'm gonna cry now."
Crazy the way this man was like, he waited until all the men were present in the room to bring out photos of his little boy Luca.
I miss my boy.
And it was like the silent cry and then the tears rolling down.
Yeah, it's just very strange. Like just using your kid for cry currency, basically. It was
wild. And then especially because he's like doing it to get points with the other guys, which is also interesting. Like he wasn't. You would assume that that's a way that he would manipulate the women, but
he is doing that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if manipulate might be strong, but he's definitely mentioning it every time, which again.
Right. But the cry currency was straight up manipulation.
Oh, straight up.
Yeah. He was getting points from, I guess, America, from us and the other men.
Sure was.
You know, it was driving me crazy.
What's that?
Please make it make sense. Tell me, how is Sparkle Megan the fucking hot commodity? How, like, she's so incredibly dry and underwhelming. And you can see so early on the way that the editors are the producers are setting it up. So it's like she's in a love triangle or square with Blake, Jordan, and Mike.
Who do I choose? There's just so many people after me.
That's insane. She's the driest woman we've seen. I'm rooting for Blake personally, but like, how is she the hot commodity? I guess now that I'm thinking about it though, in previous seasons, the most desired person is always the person that I personally find the most repugnant.
Kinda. You still have your hater status on full display most of the time, but this time it's very warranted because like every time she meets someone, every time they're like, "Hi, how you doing? My name is Josh," and she's like, "Hi, I'm Megan. My friends, they call me Sparkle Megan."
Why the fuck would anybody call you Sparkle Megan?
Well, I like glittery things. I just do. Wow. Oh my gosh.
That's not a nickname.
It's not. It's a title.
It's so much longer than your name. Your name is Megan.
Yeah.
You added a whole adjective in front of your name.
Yeah. And the one thing I appreciate from Mr. Chicken Breast Mio guy is he was very honest and he was like, she's cool. I hate her nickname.
I hate the nickname. He wasn't even taking her seriously.
That's his only saving grace.
Because of the nickname. I'm going to call him Tyson. Like Tyson Chicken Nuggets.
Oh, man. Anyway, but yeah, again, true to my original assessment, most of the people sound very boring this episode.
Yeah.
This season so far.
They do. They seem incredibly boring. Yeah. I mean, Who do you like?
I think Blake feels the most human.
Blake.
Yeah, Blake.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he feels the most human so far. Still very dry, but he feels the most like well-rounded as a person so
Yeah,
far.
and he also seems like he's genuinely taking the process seriously. Like he's prompting, more serious questions, and we see him open up and get pretty vulnerable about his relationship with his father.
Yeah.
He shares that he has like a reluctance to let people get too close to him in fear of being disappointed. I will say that this man looks like a fucking Dillard's ad. Like, back when they had the like actual printed ads, especially around Christmas, there's like grown men in their pajamas like walking. That's what this man looks like.
He looks like a living mannequin.
Mannequin number 2. It's crazy that he's our favorite, but
I mean, again, the most human, but that just speaks to the competition. So I don't know who you like.
I like Calibria.
We finally learned her name.
Yes. She just seems so well rounded. She's fine as hell, and she's grounded. She also seems like she's genuinely interested in finding her partner.
Yeah.
I think for me, it seems pretty obvious that she gives a lot in her relationships, and she might be taken advantage of.
That might be something we can look out for later on.
Yeah.
Just to see, like, hey, are you falling into this trap again?
Yeah.
If that is.
But she was playing sports. She got a plan for her life. She gonna do Section 8 housing.
Yeah.
She has a
telling
sense of
everybody.
humor. Yeah, she gave us her blueprint. But I think that she seems like a real person.
Yeah.
And she's also fine as hell. She's so cute. The hair looks good. The legs was out. Yeah. I wish she wasn't wearing that fucking clubbing dress. But it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything else from the episode?
Yes. Okay. So I need to say this. It's frustrating for me that the whole point of this show is that you are building a connection with someone without seeing them, right? You're supposed to take looks out of it, the distraction of looks out of it. And then we have them look baiting. Where they're like dropping little hints and crumbs about what they look to basically circumvent the essence of this experience.
Yeah.
You see
Like
Casey, the blonde girl.
Yeah. Oh God, she was so annoying. Yeah.
Our Blonde Lives Matter, saying like, "Oh, my sister's a cute little white blonde in Korea."
She's Korean. She's just a little small, little blonde white
Which
girl.
is your way of saying, I'm also a cute little white blonde.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cheating. You're cheating, bro.
Yeah. And then there was, I mean, this is a lesser, offense, but Anton basically being like, I'm Russian.
Yeah.
I am Russian, basically. Which, like, there's different
I think it's fair to share your
nationality
because it's about your culture. It gives some context as to like who you are. But to say my sister's a little white girl,
sure, that's just very egregious. Yeah, I mean,
or to say like I look like Machine Gun Kelly's wife, like stuff like that is
not too disrespecting Megan Fox calling her Machine Gun.
That's what in the other season.
What?
Oh, what's her name?
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, she did say that.
Chelsea in a previous season was like, I look like Machine. Like that's so specific. You're look baiting.
Yeah, very much so.
Stay your ass at home.
Yeah, or just like saying things like they didn't do this, but like I can imagine someone just like again look baiting, being like, I just could really go for a bowl of pho right now.
That's not look baiting to me.
I guess
that is like your cultural. That's like sharing your cultural background, your cultural preferences. Look baiting is when you are saying, "This is how I look."
That you're making a whole definition right now. Webster's dictionary says
it's my thing. I can define it. For me, look baiting is about trying to give this person a more concise image
of who you are.
Yes, a close image of who you are and what you look like. My sister's a little blonde white girl.
Yeah. Like
that leaves very little to the imagination.
Yeah, like Shake in that one season being like, "Hey, could I pick you up?
Could I pick you up over my head? You're out here trying to figure out basically whether or not she's fat."
Yeah, basically.
Which why are you on Love is Blind? I don't know. We do because we do see other people who are very selective about the way that they describe themselves and their background to avoid look baiting and saying things like,
Yeah.
you know, my family moved here from
a
another
different
country,
country.
or I speak another language, without
Yeah.
saying what the language is.
That part.
So it's possible when you're intentional about it, but these people clearly are not.
Yeah, they're definitely cheating a little bit. So, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about it. Let's get right into our discussion.
So again, based on what I was saying earlier, it really felt weird, this first episode. Like I said, it felt like a commercial for traditional America. Like there were so many people mentioning traditional values and gender roles and socioeconomic status, like the desire for kids, and not just like, hey, I want kids, but like I want kids.
No, there's a difference between wanting kids and pitching your value as like, my whole value is like the ability to produce children.
Yeah.
Either produce children in that like I can afford to fund their lives, or I'm naturally nurturing.
so nurturing.
I'm just made to be a mother.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. There's a difference between those two things. It's
Yeah.
completely fine to want kids. I think it's different when you're making your whole identity.
Part of your identity.
Yeah. And pitching that identity
To someone.
to be what makes you desirable.
Yeah. It's just weird. And also there was a lot of mentionings, like more than one person. And when I feel like there's more than one person doing it, it feels maybe not intentional, but it feels chosen. Like they have hours of footage to choose from. And when they put in the part where like there's like multiple people saying, oh yeah, man, I'm just really into like a lot of health stuff right now. Like lots of like biohacking and longevity and everything. Like really weird shit that billionaires are into right now.
Yeah.
It just felt weird. It felt like this whole.
It felt intentional.
It felt intentional. It felt intentionally chosen and edited to say, hey, we are in line with what's going on right now. Like
and again, as the audience, this is what you should be aspiring to.
Yeah, like we're watching, again, this whole thing is to be like, hey, how does this influence like what we're doing? And yeah, if you hear multiple people who like have money, who are very adamant about saying, hey man, I've done really well for myself. I'm wealthy right now. I'm part of a tribe.
The Illuminati for white wealthy men.
Bro, yeah. And just to be like, yeah, I got my money and now I'm into health and longevity. It's just, it was just weird. Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like it's about health for health's sake or like valuing health and what that offers you. It feels like this is about like your morals. Like it's about an ethos of like who deserves to live a long, prosperous life and who doesn't.
It's that thing where like I have everything now. I have all the money and whatnot. I have the money, I have the power, I have the success, whatever. What don't I have? And we're humans, so we don't have like immortality. So they're like, new frontier. Let's figure out this immortality, baby.
Yeah, I have red light therapy set up in front of my desk. In front of my desk is so strange. It's not even like you're leaning into or like creating wellness practices around your health. You're doing it at like optimal productivity. So while you're out here building an empire, you're getting your red light therapy too.
Yeah. And it's like it was a weird pitch to each other, being like, hey, you in the red light? I'm in the red light. I'm also into like, saying biohacking specifically is such a specific term that it just felt really intentional and weird. And I think all that kind of just goes into this idea of just like, this is the traditional America that we are trying to build right now.
And also sending a subtle message about who's worthy of love. It says like, these are the prerequisites for you to find love. And these, I mean, you can look at it how you want to, but essentially the people on Love is Blind are the rejects. They've tried. I'm serious.
Okay. I mean, yeah.
They've tried everything and they have to go to this extreme to now find a partner. I'm not even trying to be shady, for real. Like they're the rejects of the love landscape.
Yeah.
And we have to strive to meet those same like standards, and they're still not even finding love. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I'm just caught up on you. Just caught them rejects.
I'm saying this is like an extreme process, and obviously people go on the show for many different reasons. There are people who are genuinely there for love.
Yeah.
But if these people who are fit, who are blonde, who are wealthy, who are desirable,
Yeah.
can't find love, what does that say for the rest of us?
Yeah. And again, I think that goes to my point of saying that like this felt like it was chosen. Specifically, this is episode 1. You have literally hours of footage, and they chose to put all this in episode 1.
Yeah.
So like if you don't watch anything else, you're gonna get like, hey, get you a wife, get you a house,
Yeah.
get you a dog, have some kids.
But you said the order wrong. Get you
yeah, you're right.
a career, get you a house, get you a dog, and then get you a wife or a husband. Right?
Yeah.
Like, and so in addition to that, what was obvious to me is like the sort of gender reentrenchment. We see both the men and the women present within those very rigid gender roles. And like pitching themselves by basically saying like, I'll be a wonderful
I
mother.
can just be a great mother. I'm like a nurturer.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
And Megan saying shit like, yeah, it will annoy me if you leave the dishes out. But
Yeah.
I also kind of believe in more traditional gender roles. So like basically I'll do it. I'll do it and I won't complain.
Such a wild thing to say.
I value the woman being the nurturer and I want my man to be the provider. Yeah, it's like a reinforcement of what we should all be aspiring to in a time where that's so unattainable.
Yeah.
Like
the idea that like you're going to come into this relationship, one, be the provider as one role, and then be the nurturer as the other role. When in reality, it's like both of you should be doing that like together.
Yeah, and if you're talking about having a family, if you're talking about how you want children, especially Mike saying like, you know, I want to be the dad or whatever, like you should also have the capacity to be nurturing and to care for children and care for your partner.
Yeah.
This man said he can't even do his grocery shopping, which is why he's trying to get married at the big age of 37. He doesn't feel 100% confident in going to the grocery store. He doesn't know what to buy.
And feeding yourself. You can't feed yourself
So
properly.
you need a wife in our advanced year of 2025 to do the grocery shopping for you.
Wild. Yeah. It's a commercial where
And
it's like,
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, and he also, like he says, you know, I was dating women that were more independent and weren't going to settle down. So he has like this sort of grudge against those women because they probably weren't willing to do his fucking grocery shopping for him.
It's like, hey, I need you to stay home, do my groceries, have some food ready when I get home. Like just, and like, oh man, they're just too independent. They didn't want to do that. And it's like, no, they didn't feel like being a slave. Slave might be a harsh term.
Your mother, your mommy.
Let's go with that. Yeah. It's weird. It's not even a trade-off at that point. It's just like you being deficient in something, but you have enough money to say, hey, this deficiency doesn't matter.
To compensate for your deficiency.
100%.
But it's also, I found it sort of strange the way that Megan is like, she makes it very well known that she's like super financially successful.
Yeah.
And so she calls herself, I don't know, the like sort of, what is the word? The exception, where she's like super well off, but she also is like, I want to be the nurturer.
Yeah, she's really walking that line of saying that like, hey, I am different, but also not too different to where you can't we can't build an empire together.
That's it. It feels like she almost has to compensate for the fact that she is so successful by being willing to do bullshit like clean up the dishes for a grown ass man when she said like it's clear that she does not, that would annoy her.
Yeah, she says I'm a type A type person or whatever. And she admitted it would annoy me, but it's my role.
Right.
And to your point, it feels like a really overcompensation to say, I worked in oil and gas.
I mined this earth.
Bro, like I said earlier, it's like these people have like a lot, these jobs they have, very, not strange, but very much going in, I don't know, in tandem with the idea of like you
capitalist success.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thank you. But strange overall. Very strange.
I think Calibria is one of the one of the few women that we see go against these sort of gendered expectations
very explicitly,
and it's refreshing. You know, she's like, I'm okay if I take care of the kids. I'm okay if my husband takes care of the kids. I don't care who the breadwinner is. Like, I'm not gonna be no housewife. I'm gonna be working.
I got these degrees. I spent my time, effort,
boom,
sweat, tears, whatever,
and they're gonna go to use. right? But she also is like, she has financial plans for what she wants to do to live a certain sort. Like, she's clearly financially literate, and
She's
looking
an
for a
autonomous
partner
person.
to contribute to that.
Yeah.
And yeah, she just, to me, she like seems so very special. Because we also see Edmund sort of pushing up against the stoic man narrative.
Yeah.
He talks about learning to be more emotional and like being okay with crying, and we see him cry.
That man was bawling.
He
like,
sobbed,
Yeah.
snot in his hands.
Yeah.
And she was so gentle with him, right? Like
She's like, I think it makes you more of a man if you cry. and
yeah,
stuff. It's okay.
yeah. She like reassured him the whole time and was just really like soft and gentle with him while he was having this tough and
real
tender
emotion.
moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, she calls him, she say, you my little West Virginia baby. She just seems very earnest and forthcoming, and she's clear about what she wants. So she's my favorite so far.
Okay.
And they clearly both know that each other is black, which always happens.
Yeah, which is funny because, like, you know, we're talking about the look baiting and stuff, but it's like, it's not look baiting if, like, I'm like, hey, what up, dog? You know? And you just, we catch that vibe.
No,
basically.
there's a cultural compatibility, which is
100%.
going to be clear when most of the people that when 8 out of the 12 people that you're dating are white men.
Very, very Colorado.
And we are very Colorado. But yeah, we've seen that in past seasons where the black people come together and you can feel them have this connection
100%,
almost
yeah.
instantly.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, we got a little something going on here, which again is funny with the 2 Asian contestants of just saying, something's going on here where we have a somewhat of a connection for some reason. Don't know why.
But the thing there is they don't vocalize that they're Asian.
No.
They don't say what languages they speak. They both know the other person dates white people, so it seems like they're kind of able to like intuit that the other person is Asian, but it's not such an immediate like cultural connection the way that 2 black people in a room.
I think they're 2 different cultures, like, or 2 different nationalities.
Yes,
I think. Yeah.
she's Chinese, he's Cambodian.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
My point is 2 black people can get into the pods
Yeah.
and never see each other and immediately know it's
connection.
another black person.
Yeah. Even
Whereas
if,
like these 2 Asian singles are like, yeah, you know, I had a complex about being the only Asian person, or like it's like it's easier. They're not as immediately read as Asian.
No, because I think there's that thing, that assimilation basically that happens, which, you know, it happens, and, you know, it's traumatizing for a lot of people, but to an extent, like, we know the reality that, like, the assimilation that most people do, we as black people don't.
That's not true. We have to within a professional sense.
That's true.
But like, it's like there's often 2 versions of us, right? Like the way that you and I talk here at home or with our parents or our family is very different from the way that we are socialized to move out in the larger world.
The codes,
and not all black people do that, right?
No,
I honestly admire the ones who don't.
I have a lot of envy for someone who just shows up
authentically 100% the same way.
Yeah.
I wasn't socialized to do that.
That's fair. Yeah.
But it's you can see the difference when we have 2 Asian people who can't see each other, and you have 2 black people who can't see each other. Like off rip, they already knew. They know what's up.
And it didn't matter the dialect. Didn't matter like any of those like small things. They just like knew intuitively.
Yeah.
It felt, you know. Yeah. So also another thing I wanted to touch on was we're kind of seeing a trend of the men in this like season so far. They're all kind of hitting that like emotional wall, basically, where they feel these emotions, but they haven't like had the space or the allowance to actually like fully delve into it, basically.
Which is a pattern on this show.
Definitely a pattern in real life and in this show. And then what ends up happening is whatever partner they get with ends up, you know, taking that load. And like, for example, Gil and Allie. Anton and Allie.
Gil.
Yeah,
I said what I said.
Gil.
That's his name now.
I'm gonna be looking into this season, where I'm gonna be looking forward, basically, and seeing if like Allie ends up butting up against that wall, because it's kind of a trap that happens where the men are not used to having the space to, talk about their emotions, basically.
To express
And then-
themselves
Express
fully.
themselves, exactly. And then they meet their partner, in this case, like, a woman, and he is finally given that space through her, and she feels that, like, oh my gosh, like, he doesn't do this with anyone.
He trusts me.
He trusts me. He has
Yeah.
confidence in me and whatnot. And it feels really good in the moment,
In the beginning.
in the beginning.
Yeah.
But then slowly over time, when she is his only outlet for his emotions, it's going to burn her out very quickly. And that's where we end up seeing things where it's like, oh my gosh, like, does he not have any friends? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then there's this other part where it translates to things where women a lot will say that, like, wow, like, men they just always want sex. They just like, why do they always want it so much? And I was listening to Esther Perel, and her theory on it, which I agree with, is the fact that the only place that, like, a lot of men have space to express emotions is through sex. Like,
Oh, wow.
yeah. Like, it's like a situation where out in the real world with, like, other men, other people, you have to present this image of, like, being stoic, being unmovable, all that stuff. But then when we are able to have sex, that's where we can say, I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying myself. I feel
And even
scared, nervous. Like,
even more so with a partner.
with a partner specifically. Yeah,
Right.
like if you're just having a hookup with somebody, it's
Yeah.
like, no, keep that shit under wraps.
Yeah.
But with a partner that you can, like, trust and confide in, you are allowed that emotional variety.
Space. Yeah.
To, when you're having sex, basically. But again, when that is your only outlet,
You burn that shit out.
you're gonna say, hey man, I'm really wanting some emotional connection with you. Let's have sex.
The only way I know how to create that is by having sex.
Exactly.
Right.
And, like, women, to y'all credit, y'all have done a much better job of finding a variety of emotional outlets of, like, here's how I handle my emotions, and here's how I emotionally bond with people through, like, non-sexual things. Like, y'all still enjoy sex, but, like, you guys have other options of doing, like, the emotional part,
Right.
basically.
Right.
So that's when those two things butt up against each other, where it's like, I want to connect with you, and the only way I know how is, like, let's go. And to, the women are like, can we just, like, hold hands?
Yeah.
Can we, like, talk or
Just
something?
be close or snuggle or whatever, which isn't to say that women don't want sex, but
no, not at all.
there's a different pressure and level of expectation being
Yeah.
placed on sex if that's one of the few outlets that you have to express a wide range of emotions. And another thing that's definitely happening,
What's that?
you see these men who are like, oh my God, like, I've never felt this connected to anyone. I've never, like, had this, like, instant chemistry with anyone. It's because they're talking probably for the first time in their lives. Like, they have no choice but to talk.
That's
They're not
the
able to
only option you
fixate
have.
on, like, your tits or the way your lips move or anything. Like, they have
Yeah.
to sit and talk. And so, of course, you're
Ask
feeling
questions.
this
and, like,
profound sense of connection
Yeah.
because it's most likely the first time a lot of these men have ever done this in their lives.
to this extent, like,
Talked for 10 days?
no physical, no exterior, anything. Just, like, I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna ask you questions. Yeah.
Groundbreaking concept for a lot of these men.
Yeah.
I think when men deprive themselves of, and we deprive men of the space to express themselves
Yeah.
and develop meaningful connections, when they do find it, it's like this
Like, it's like a waterfall, cascade.
it's like a shooting star, right? Like, it comes in so quick
Yeah.
and then it's inevitably going to fizzle out because there's nothing to sustain that.
Yeah.
Right. And it makes me wonder if what these men are feeling is love or feeling the impact of really being connected
Actually
to someone.
connecting to someone. Yeah.
And
I mean, that could be interchangeable sometimes, I feel, but
perhaps, I mean, there's been times where I'm like at a cafe and I end up having a 2 or 3 hour conversation with someone or in my
True.
travels, and like what I felt wasn't love. I felt connected to them and
Connection, yeah.
excited to
Yeah.
like get to know them more, but what I felt wasn't love.
True. Right,
And
right.
because I've done that so many times, I can identify what the feeling is that's accompanying each experience. If it's chemistry, if it's excitement, if it's
Yeah.
intrigue, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point, because I feel there is that that dynamic that happens where, you know, basically people will say, hey, like, you married this person, but do you actually like love and like this person? And they're like, how did you even get to the point of marrying someone
that you don't like?
Basically. And to your point, is like in the beginning, like I finally felt connection.
Yep.
And I projected all that on you, and then I confused that with love. And now here we are 15 years, 3 kids later, and I'm like, I connected with you, but I don't like you. Yeah, I think that's a really good point of saying like confusing the two.
Definitely something there. And that's not to say that what these people are feeling isn't love. It
just makes you wonder.
Yeah. But I do want to ask you the piece about like sex being a place for you to express a full range of emotions. Is that true to your experience? Maybe like early in your sort of dating life, or you've been more emotionally attuned? Like,
I mean, that's something I had to like really think about, but I think overall, I think I connect with that because there is some truth to it, where it's like you do feel safer in an environment where you're saying, hey, I can trust this one person, and like they are going to like hold this thing for me, while also feeling like the actual physical pleasure of
what I'm asking more specific. What I'm asking you is, in previous relationships, or maybe in our relationship, I don't know, have you ever put a weight and expectation of sex filling a need for connection? Like, are there times where you're like, oh, what I'm longing for is connection, but the way that I'm going to initiate that is through sex? Is that a pattern that resonates with you?
100%. Yeah. Like that's definitely a very acceptable way in my mind, and I can extrapolate and say in like many men's mind to be like, I want to spend time, I want to feel connection, so let's have sex, basically. Like, so
You're horny, yeah.
That's different, okay? You know, me being the horny boy or whatnot, that's a different identity. But no, I definitely resonate with that idea.
Okay.
That the prescribed the prescribed medicine to our emotional longings, our like emotional, longing to connect, basically, is a prescription of sex. Like that's like a very easy. And then you have the benefit, through our patriarchal system of saying like, hey man, hey, I got some last night, so you get the accolades of being like, hey, I had sex, but also you're feeling this need you have that you can't tell other people about as much. But you're still getting both, basically.
And that's something that you've pushed past. Like, I feel like you're able to connect with me emotionally beyond sex, or it still feels like a sort of go-to for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's still something like anything I'm like talking about is not an excuse for like myself or men to say, that's my problem, that's just how the world is, and stay in that, basically. It's like a situation to recognize this. And then with the help of your partner or a therapy, or anyone else, to say that like, this is a lack that I have. And like, even like taking your advice or anyone else's advice to say, hey, here's another way of connecting. Here's something else that's important that you can get without it all being, at the feet of sex, basically. So yeah.
Yeah, there's something to that. Thank you for sharing that. I think it probably resonates with a lot of men. One other thing that I wanted to say was like, we see Allie peep Gil's lack of emotional literacy, intelligence, like super early, and she asked him like in her little porno voice, like, it sounds like maybe you're pushing down your feelings and dealing with it all by yourself. Do you feel like you still share your feelings? And we will without a doubt see this dynamic throughout their relationship. Like, he is not going to communicate his feelings and emotions the way that he needs to in order for a fucking 4-week relationship turned marriage to work. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I would put money on that being like one of the major issues of the relationship, especially with him also like leaning into that, like, I'm a traditional man.
I'm a traditional Russian man.
Not cringe, but just like just a lot.
All right, and then the one last thing that I wanted to touch on was going back to these like gendered expectations. We see Casey, who's 32, say,
That's right.
I've never not been cheated on.
Which was a wild statement.
Like what that must do to your sense of self is insane. And we see that reflected in this complex that she's developed, saying like there's always another hot blonde on the horizon, even though her ass ain't blonde, whatever.
That's her identity, and you will respect that.
But like the thing for me that stood out is like even when you meet all of these conventional standards and expectations of beauty, like these women are still chasing after perfection and comparing themselves to one another. Like, what do you mean there's always another hot blonde on the horizon? That's like so baffling to me. Like you've achieved hot and blonde. You've achieved desirable, skinny, attractive, fit, and you're still not enough.
It just shows that the goalpost is not real.
It's not real. It's shocking to me to see the way that even white women, even idealized white women are suffering.
The beauty standard.
Right. Yeah. Under the weight of this expectation. And it's also like who you're messing with, right? Like clearly she's messing with men who prioritize her looks. And so then when her looks aren't, like your looks are always going to be replaceable. Sure. Right? You become disposable when you are nothing but arm candy. But it says so much to me that like even these women who are the prize,
even though they're rejects,
like can't meet the standard.
Yeah. This is all a trap.
She cries. Like she has this deep complex around not being enough because she's never been not cheated on. And there's always a hot blonde that's going to replace her. And I guess like even more at 32, like she's probably feeling that more viscerally than she ever has.
Because like, here comes a 27-year-old.
And now you're blonde. Definitely.
Yeah. And she's actually blonde, not just blonde.
Blonde from the root. And that's she was thrown back into the dating world at 27 after like I think a 5-year relationship, and then is on the dating apps.
That's gotta be rough.
It's a completely different dating landscape. Like that's also a reminder that we could all be single tomorrow. Like whether you're hypothetically, baby, hypothetically, we could all be single tomorrow. Like your partner could die. Your partner could decide they no longer want to be with you.
Yeah, let's go with that one. Yeah. But no, you're right.
I'm saying like all of that could happen, and that doesn't like I guess the sort of safety and security that we feel around being in relationships and like being so being so unplugged from like what the dating world is like.
Oh, yeah.
Is kind of to our disadvantage. Not to say that you like always got to be on your toes. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, if you're in a happy relationship, go ahead and download Hinge just so you know what's going on out there.
I'm not pitching like stay ready so you never have to get ready. But I am saying that like the sort of mentality that we have that like once we found someone, dating is no longer relevant to us.
I don't even know what people talk about nowadays.
Right, like it's. I mean, we're like one life event away from that potentially being you, and like
you're not wrong.
Imagine starting tomorrow and like everybody's on dating apps. It just would be
mind-boggling.
Yeah, like we could literally all be single tomorrow. It could happen to anybody, and having an awareness of what the single people in your life are going through, it not only allows you to empathize and potentially, hook them up with a real person, a real life blind date that used to be a thing, but it also keeps you in the know of like what's happening.
Yeah.
in case your partner suddenly dies or leaves you.
Anyway.
Yeah. Was there anything else that you?
No. Interesting episode. We'll see what's to come, because a decent amount so far to talk about.
Yeah, they've given us a lot to work with, a lot to discuss. Join us next time for more messy looks into dating, love, and relationships. Let's see how quickly Antonini crash and burn.
We're not rooting for the downfall. We're not.
They're gonna crash and burn. Let's see which white man Sparkle Megan will choose, and hopefully the development of more budding connections.
So always remember, we're here for the drama, here for the mess, but it's all love.
It's all love. Please like and subscribe, rate and review us. We are just in our baby stages, so every view, comment, and share helps us bring you more awesome content. We'd love to hear from y'all. Hit us up with your dating experiences or lovers questions at loverswatchpodcast@gmail.com. See you next time.
Peace.